What's going on, everybody? I'm Mark Vins, and today I'm taking you on an adventure with me to go canyoneering. And if you're wondering what that is, I'm about to show you. All right. So this starts our adventure today, canyoneering in southern Utah. We're just outside of Zion National Park, and this is one of my absolute favorite activities to do in this area. Not only are we going to be scrambling like I just did there, we're gonna work our way through really tight canyons, and we're also gonna have to do some technical rappels. But before we do that, we gotta get a little further up the trail. Let's go. All right, so just to get into the canyon, guys, we've gotta do a little bit of scrambling, a little bit more technical than a simple climb up. We got to use our hands and just a little bit of technique. All right, here we go. All right. There we go. Scrambling, sometimes going up is easier than going down and through. All right, just gotta wiggle our way through here. We have the first descent coming up, our first rappel of the day. All right, Corey, come here and check this out. Approach slowly. All right, yep. This is going to be our first technical rappel of the day. And in order to pull this off, we're gonna bring in the expert, my good friend, Jonathan, the Zion guru, who I've been on many adventures with. Jonathan, we're going canyoneering today, but this is sort of where it gets technical.
Yeah, in order to make our way down canyon, we're gonna have to navigate some big drops. Here's a 45-footer to start with, and we're gonna use some specialized ropes and equipment to make it really safe and really fun.
Okay, so Jonathan's gonna go through some of the safety protocol of this rappel, and this is something that we're going to repeat multiple times on today's adventure.
This is not your average rope. We have a Dyneema core and a Technora sheath on it. Super strong piece of equipment that's designed to hold thousands of pounds of weight so that we can effectively travel on it through these abrasive canyon conditions. Because we can't see the bottom, we're gonna use this knot to keep us from going off the end of the rope if necessary. And there's no way that that rope can slip through.
All right, cool. It's about a 4-story building down. Not too bad. Feel very confident about all the rigging. You know, confidence is the #1 asset whenever you're doing an activity like this. And I get a lot of my confidence from having a great guide like Jonathan. Safety check. Time to get on rope. And we're gonna do #2 position today, right, Jonathan?
That's correct, just to make sure that we have enough friction.
That's a 1, that's a 2. This is what's called a third hand. I'm always going to have 2 hands on the rope at all times. This piranha is what's providing the main point of friction on the rope. It's what's going to allow me to control my rate of descent. But the third hand is my backstop. It's my backup in case like something happens and for some reason I have to take my hands off the rope. This is going to stop me. Jonathan, am I approved?
Everything's click safety.
Safety off. I'm now on rope. Okay, gonna just get over the edge here. Here we go. Woo. Woo. Yeah. Coming down, Corey. All right, about to make contact. Down. All right, first rappel of the day. Safety off. Off rope. All right, Jonathan, that was pretty good. Looks like you may have done this a couple times.
I'm getting better. Thanks for getting me some practice. I'm gonna pull this rope. It's unthreading like a needle from up above.
Okay, let's go do it again. Here we go. Okay, so got a fork in the road here. Sounds like left is the way we want to go. Didn't have to go far for another technical part of this canyoneering expedition. Rope! Lock that. Okay, we're locked. On rope. A little bit more of a squeeze. Okay, yeah, this looks awesome. Woo! Headed down. All right, swinging around to the left. Got a little bit of a wall behind me. All right, we're down. That was awesome, look at that. all the way back where we came from. Man, that's cool. All right, we got another one right behind us, but we'll wait for the rest of the team to get down here and do that again. Canyoneering, woo! Man, this is awesome. This is a little bit of a down climb. We're not going to use a rope on this one, but we are going to use pressure and friction to slide and wedge our body down through this canyon. And what's really cool about this particular type of sandstone is it's super grippy. I have a lot of confidence in my footing. Fall down there would not be very much fun.
Yeah, nice. Nice, dude.
That's where we just came from. That's where we're going. And you can see how narrow some of these canyons get, where we can actually just use friction to down climb, but then you still have some vertical drops. We definitely want to be on rope for this one. Cameraman Corey. What's up, Corey?
What's up?
Jonathan's helping him get set up so he can go down there and get a cool shot. But the fun part of canyoneering is like the challenge of actually getting to where you need to go. That's the whole point. I'm coming down.
It's a little tricky at the bottom there. Lean back on this one.
This is why we wear helmets. See this behind me? Don't want to be all confident coming down and whack your head. Whoa! Like that. Well, I didn't whack my head, I whacked my hand. I'm okay though. It's a little slide. No big deal. Little scrape.
Good?
All good, yep. All right, getting off rope.
What's the next section look like?
Well, not very wide. That is a pretty narrow squeeze that we're gonna have to scramble our way through. Gonna have to go one strap on this. It's gonna be a little too tight. And what I wanna do here is use the friction that I can create with my body to get myself through. Top of the bag. Yeah, talk about a tight squeeze. Okay, well that does it for the Snake Canyon and all those rappels, but the biggest one is yet to come. It's time to make our way to the Wisdom Tooth. Whew. Let's go, guys. Look at that view. All right, here, come check this out. Corey, you see that right there, that hoodoo? That is known as the Wisdom Tooth, and that is the finale of today's adventure, and that is going to be spectacular. But I wanted to tell you the reason why these formations exist. Not only are they gorgeous and beautiful sandstone, look at that color, it's all to do with the chemical makeup of the sandstone. We've got calcium carbonate, iron oxide, and manganese combining to make this really erosive but beautiful color. Wind shapes all of what you see around us, and the water is what cuts the slots in the canyons. That's your quick geology lesson for this adventure. Let's get back on it. Not quite there yet. Gotta climb the Wisdom Tooth now. We're at the base of the tooth, or the root of the tooth, and now we gotta shimmy and scramble our way up there. All right, one last little technical jaunt to the top of the tooth. A little sun flare there to mark the end of the ascent. Here we go. You guys ready for me? Here we go. I'm on belay. All right. Oh, wow. Woo! Top of the tooth. We made it. Oh, this is what canyoneering is all about. It's not just about the adventures through canyons like Snake Alley, but it's also about getting up to these outcrops and experiencing views like this. It's an adventurer's paradise up here. All right, am I still on rope, Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so still anchored in. I'm gonna make my way to the edge. Sorry, Mom. She would not approve of this view. Oh, wow. Look at this. So we're about to rappel down that. Oh boy, that's a long way down. Oh. Woo! Gonna get a cool shot, like that one, and that one. Okay, everybody, This is it, the moment you've all been waiting for. The big finale rappel down the Wisdom Tooth. Wish me luck, here we go. Coming down!
Nice positioning, Mark.
Saddle into it a little bit. Here we go. A little tight on that third hand. Oh man, look at how high up that was. That was epic. Well, I have to say that was a perfect ending to an amazing day canyoneering out here in southern Utah. I hope everybody at home enjoyed this adventure as much as we just did. I'm Mark Binns. Be brave, stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. All right, let's get off rope and head home.